Hey everyone, wanted to talk about one of the mods I use. I've already done the S Plus top 5. There's more than 5 things I like about this mod, so I'm not sure we'll come in at top 5, but if this mod was introduced to me by a friend of mine. We were playing on Aberration where water is scarce, and the reason he recommended it was because of the sink and the bucket. So let's talk about that first. Let's pick it up so I can show you how to place it. So what we got here is a water bucket. It's amazing, and it can be used for multiple things. First up is the sink. And as you see when we place it, it shows us the outline of the sink. That way we know how to keep everything straight, and boom, you got water with no pipes. This is amazing, for obvious reasons. But that's not really why I absolutely love it more than anything. I mean, it can rain and I can get a drink. That's a key on Aberration and SE though. But if we look over here, it's kind of funny looking. Of course, you don't need to build it this way. I just threw this together quick for demonstration purposes. But I've basically taken a hex pipe, regular old stone, and attached a bucket to it. Now, it does look like it's floating in the air. On my real build, you see again the sink presents itself. On my real build, I have that buried in a foundation, or you could put it in a pillar. I have it hidden away so you don't even see it. What that does, though, it gets me water out of my tap without any pipes running to a lake. So there's many great areas to build that don't have water access. You got to play around with reservoirs and stuff. I just way prefer, for obvious reasons, this way, and even more than that, it gets me water into my industrial cooker. And we see it has a full irrigated and yet no pipes running into the water, no intake, and bada bing, bada boom, you got water, you got your cooker up, and you didn't have to run pipes all over the place. Of course, this is big on Scorched Earth, Aberration, or any map you're playing without much water on it. So of course that's why we love the sink. Sink comes in at number 1 for that reason. However, this little section right here is quite impressive. There's 4 different pieces here. It starts with the cooker, mixing bowl, not so critical, but the dye mixer and the cooking pot are especially great. So for me, number 2 is the dye mixer. That's because I'm a big time painter. I like painting, and I usually end up waiting for the industrial cooker to do any big paint jobs because it's kind of a headache to craft paint. Some paints need spark powder, some paints need this. Definitely going to need charcoal. Not here, boys and girls. With this paint mixer, all you really need is the berries. If you look at the ingredients here, we're not seeing charcoal or spark powder. Berries are relatively easy to come by, and here's another bonus about it. Crafts 25 at a time. It'll say 56, but that comes in and stacks at 25. So we got 50. I guess I probably had 75. Probably had 25 already made. So, boom. It's like instant paint, 25 in a shot, right? And all you need is berries to do that. So absolutely fabulous. Alright, so for me that's big because I like painting, and this allows me to paint everything I want in large amounts in the early game. If you're using S Plus, that combined with the S Plus spray painter, painting becomes a lot more fun and a lot less grindy. And when you're on a PvE server and you're trying to build, fun is kind of the name of the game. So these 2 items are not really on the top list, but I'd like to give them an honorable mention. The recipe station, where you can make pancakes and all kinds of different food. They're called faux. Here's the faux medicine teas as well. It says inhibits growth of bacteria, create and take daily when pregnant. Some of these are just kind of funny. Helps in the healing process. I personally haven't tested them, so I don't know if they actually work, but being that the name is faux, which of course is the French word for not real or fake. And this is the little mixing bowl where you would make the salt and butter and such that's needed to make those ingredients. So don't personally use it. It's not on the list, but it got an honorable mention. This little ditty right here, we're going to call it in at the number 3 reason, and it's basically essentially just what you need to build stuff. You always start with this one. I like to place it on a table. That's just a regular vanilla table there. And what you do here on the structures are the main ones we need. So that's my bucket, my sink, the mixing bowl, the key dye mixer, and the cooking pot. Both of these essentially attach to the cooker right here, and then the recipe station that you saw. Outside of that, there's a couple decorative items. These are great for placing on top of a table. This looks really cool, the hanging herbs in the pots. You can place it, I don't have a wall up so it wouldn't work, but you can sort of attach it. You can attach it over on the, let's get the pig up. You can attach it to your cooking station, you know, let it hang. Gives it kind of a really neat look. So this is the first piece you got to place. Now, here's where we get into the number 3 thing I love about Decor Mod or Decor Mod is our furniture and decor crafting table. This is where the PVE stuff comes in, where you can just build beautifully. You have bathroom stuff, toilet, bathtub. You got your shower in case you're dirty. Bathroom wall shelf with your little stuff on it. Castle flags look great if you're into castle building or towers. This is just decorative stuff, but man, some of it's really fantastic. You know, curtains, fireplace screen, all kinds of neat stuff in there. I've never seen what this one looks like. Let's get one going. So very, very cool. Dino dossier. Open book. Nice. Flags. These ones aren't my favorite, but they can come in handy when you're doing a certain type of build. All kinds of different frames and canvas. I actually used those on my Golden Gate Bridge build when I was putting up the signs for boats passing, so they came in handy. Lots of neat furniture here, different kinds of tables, couches, chairs. In the bed section, yes, you can respawn with these. Okay, so they are actually effective and they look great. Lights, lots of neat lights. I really like these skull lights. They light up inside. Pretty fantastic. Need a little spark powder to make them. They have all the map tables official except for aberration. So you got the island, S plus or SE center. Pretty awesome. The rugs are neat. You can actually raise the level on them, so you can make them really, you know, like 1970s style, or you can make them pretty low. So that gives a little bit more flexibility on there. And you got your polar bear rug and different rugs down there as well. Special items, a ring box. Not sure how this one plays out, but it might come in handy if you're planning to propose to your wife here on Ark. I know one player that used to play on my servers that would need about 10 of those. And here you go with the kitchen cabinet and just like cool stuff like that. Let's place a little cabinet, see what it's all about. Most likely just decorative. Storage, different blueprint boxes, you know, just fantastic. Different ways of storing things. You got your suitcases for when you're traveling. War flags are nice. There's some really great flags in here. So that's just lovely to have. And just look at the variety there, right? And so yeah, that piece right here is definitely number 3. No doubt about it. Thing I love about the mod. Number 4, the community box. The community box has one item that I absolutely adore. And it's this thing right here, the tower. Now it also has a guest book to sign in. But it's the number 4 item, and then finally it makes the tower, which is item number 5. I've got one built over for you guys to look at. Just gorgeous. Let's take a look from the top. And these things just look beautiful. And you can place, you know, fences on them. Hey, Tamin, that's my little cat, Tamin. She doesn't like the decor mod, she says. She likes vanilla settings, official PvP only, okay? Well, I'm sorry. We like to paint. So you can put, also we have NPC tribes, so we can tame them, and we can put them up here on guard. You can put your ape up here, or whatever you'd like to do with that. Of course, you probably have to fly it up on a bird. But yeah, that's just fantastic. We absolutely love it. And that sums up my major 5 things I love about it. Here's an example of the map. Let's get our pig out for people to eat with here. Look at that. Fabulous. Oh, you don't like pig? Do you like fish? Let's get a tray of fish in front of this guy here. Classic wooden plate style there. Look at that, knife and everything. I wanted to take a look at how this looks. Oh, no ground or snap point. Maybe, sits on a table, or well, that's a bit odd, isn't it? Seems to want to snap. Maybe it needs a bucket. So obviously it attaches to something. The question is what? Well, it seems to love to attach to rail. Okay, so this snaps to walls then. So that would be to attach to walls. It's snapped to a railing. No access to inventory. I'm curious if this one has access to inventory. A great addition to our kitchen. And with all these decoratives, you can do really neat things with the kitchen. And we have access to store stuff in there as well. So good old kitchen cabinet that's functional. Feng shui. And really adds to the overall. Look at that nice wood. That's all natural wood. That's not your, you know, your cheap painted on crap here. That's real solid oak decorative material. So get into it, guys. If you don't have it on your server, you know, maybe you can push your admin to get it. If it's a PvE server, to me it's a must-have. In some cases, for a PvP server on Aberration and Scorched Earth, it'd be pretty awesome too, just to have that sync. But that's an opinion. Of course, different players want different things. You know, some people might consider that sync OP on PvP Scorched Earth Aberration, and you know, I would be willing to accept that as well. I could get behind it. So that wraps up the video, guys. Those are my favorite things about Eco Mod. If you're using this mod on my server, please use that bucket. Surprised to notice that a couple people have these monster pipe structures on our servers, and I don't get it. We put that there so you don't have to do all that. All right, everybody. If you want to play on my servers, of course, there's always the list down there. If you just open up those comments a little bigger, or info section, there's links to get in touch with me so that you can join. And of course, if you like the video, subscribe, click that little bell, and more importantly than anything, have a good day. Good luck on the arc. Keep those bolas and trank darts handy, guys, if you're on a PvP server. Take care now.